The deprived labourers of mining colony Altram 1 were an easy ground for the hive cult to plant its roots. All it required was a failing economy driven by a seemingly mad governor, waging self-harming trade wars with neighbouring star systems. With little to live for, the labourers turned to a power they did not fully comprehend, and before long they would serve a more sinister master, with even less regard for their subjects' well-being. By the time the cult was recognised as a threat, they were already vast in numbers, and insurrection had already begun. This is a battle report for a game of OnePageRules Grimdark Future, played using 2000 point lists. I play the Battle Brothers while my opponent plays the Soul Snatcher cults. Here's my list. The Veteran Master Brother is accompanied by a unit of Veteran Assault Brothers. They are all equipped with jump packs, so they gain both flying and ambush. They are armed with dual energy claws that can do a maximum of 16 rending attacks. Furthermore, the Master is upgraded with War Chant that gives the unit Furious. We then have a combined unit of 10 Assault Brothers. Despite their appearance, they are not equipped with jump packs, so they will be deployed as normal. 2 models are upgraded with heavy chainsaw swords to deal additional attacks. Next, we have a combined unit of 10 Pathfinders. 2 models are equipped with flamers, and the rest have shotguns. They are upgraded with both stealth and scout. There is a combined unit of 6 support brothers, all with heavy flamers. They will be placed in transport aboard one of the 2 attack speeders. The second attack speeder will house a unit of Veteran Battle Brothers. They are all equipped with heavy fusion rifles. With their War Veteran bonus, those AP4 deadly attacks hit on 2+, which should scare off any tough units. For my opponent's list. Unlike the Battle Brothers, this list features 4 heroes.
4?
One cult leader will accompany a combined unit of 10 acolytes. The cult leader is caster 2, so it can cast some spells, and will be referred to as the Cult Magus. The acolytes are a melee unit, and 2 models are equipped with buzzsaws with AP4 attacks. The second cult leader is attached to another unit of acolytes. This one is upgraded with Agitator that grants the unit Furious. The third cult leader is identically configured to the second, and is also attached to a unit of acolytes. The final cult leader is attached to a combined unit of neophytes. It is upgraded with a cult banner that grants a whole unit regeneration. The neophytes are a shooter unit. 2 models are equipped with flamers, while the rest carry shotguns. There is a unit of minions. They are a cheap unit with low quality and defense. 2 of the models are equipped with drum rifles with rending shots. We then have a unit of support minions, with 2 laser cannons and heavy machine gun to provide long-range support. There are 2 attack vehicles, both with a heavy machine gun and a mining laser each. The mining laser deals AP4 deadly attacks, so it can be a threat for my vehicles. One of the attack vehicle is upgraded with a flare gun that allows it to pick a friendly unit within 12 inches and effectively upgrade it to a fast unit. The second is upgraded with survey vehicle, which grants a friendly unit +1 to hit the next time it shoots a selected enemy unit. Finally, we have a light walker. Like the attack vehicles, it has 2+ defense and tough 6. It is equipped with 2 heavy flamers. We play this game using basic rules, so the only thing that matters is the number of objectives captured on the very last round. There are blocks of building that are impassable terrain and block line of sight. The metal pipes that run along the ground provide cover against ranged attacks, and they count as difficult terrain for units moving over them. The tower structures attached to the pipes are impassable, and we use true line of sight to determine if a unit behind them can be targeted. With a roll of a 1 on a d3, 3 objectives are placed on the board. The Soul Snatcher cults win the roll-off for board edge selection and initiative, so they deploy first. The one unit in ambush this game is the Veteran Master Brother and his accompanying Veteran Assault Brothers. The Battle Brothers deploy the Pathfinders as scout, while the Soul Snatcher cults have all Acolyte and Neophyte units and their accompanying cult leaders, plus the 2 attack vehicles deployed as scouts. The survey vehicle moves out of the cover of the building and opens fire upon the speeder carrying the 6 support brothers. The heavy machine gun roars as it discharges a hail of bolt rounds, but just a few of the projectiles merely glance off the hull of the speeder. The mining laser, on the other hand, beams across the side of the engine compartment and suddenly flames ignite out of the exhausts. The attack deals 3 wounds on the speeder. The pilot remains calm as he passes his morale test thanks to the fearless reroll. The survey vehicle designates the Pathfinders as the target for friendly units to gain +1 modifier for their next shooting. The Assault Brothers run forward and charge at one of the lesser Acolyte units. Like a Damascus blade cutting through tofu, the chain blades of the Assault Brothers fell the Acolytes with little resistance. The victorious brothers consolidate and attempt to block the second attack vehicle. The minions reinforce the right flank and fire upon the Assault Brothers. The rifles hit 4 times, while the drum rifles miss entirely. One of the Assault Brothers falls to the shooting. The Pathfinders line up in front of the survey vehicle and unleash a salvo upon it. The flamers and the shotguns deal a total of 4 wounds, and the vehicle becomes shaken after failing its morale test. Then, the neophytes come out to reinforce it, and return fire at the Pathfinders. The flamers take out 3 of the Pathfinders, while the shotguns cause 6 additional casualties, leaving 1 lone Pathfinder remaining. The well-trained scout of the Battle Brothers passes his morale test and remains resolved to continue fighting. The Support Brothers disembark the damaged speeder onto the space freed up from the Pathfinders. They target the neophytes with their heavy flamers. They deal full 18 hits which cause 16 wounds, but with some good rolls for regeneration, it is reduced to 7 wounds, sparing the unit from a wipeout. But the neophytes become shaken as they fail their morale test. The second attack vehicle lay down fire on the Assault Brothers. The heavy machine gun misses, but the mining laser penetrates through the armor of an enemy trooper. The left speeder moves away from the center behind the cover of a building. It fires its heavy flamers at a unit of acolytes, taking out 4 of them. They too fail their morale test and become shaken. Immediately, they spend their activation to become unshaken. The other attack speeder moves forward behind a refining tower. The Cult Magus casts Stimulant. Its unit and the minions gain Furious in their next charge. She leads her acolytes to charge at the remaining Assault Brothers. The fatigued brothers are pounced by the fiendish mutated miners, whose mutant claws tear them apart one by one, and a buzzsaw splits open a poor brother, spraying blood and guts everywhere. A total of 7 Assault Brothers are removed, leaving just one. Despite the fatigue, he manages to fell an acolyte back, and hold his ground, having passed his morale test, with yet another fearless reroll. The Veteran Brothers disembark behind the speeder, and then they take out the survey vehicle with their fusion rifles. The Cult's Walker advances behind the Neophytes, and unleashes its twin heavy flamer at the second speeder. With poor defense rolls, both attacks cause a wound each. Finally, the support minions fire their laser cannons at the Assault Brother, and they finish off the unit. At the end of the round, the Battle Brothers control Objective 2, while the Soul Snatcher cults control Objectives 1 and 3. At the start of the round, the Veteran Master Brothers and his bodyguards descend from the sky, and they immediately charge at the Cult Magus and her acolytes. With 5 AP4 hits and 10 normal hits, they cause 11 wounds, which clears out the acolytes, and the Cult Magus is left on 1 wound remaining. She fights back, but her attacks are parried gracefully by the elite sword masters. The Attack Walker unleashes its flamers at the Support Brothers. It manages to snuff out one of them. They move forward through the flames and fire their own heavy flamers at the Neophytes. They hit 9 times and cause 5 wounds, leaving the Neophyte leader with 1 wound remaining. The one remaining acolyte and his leader on the left charge at the attack speeder on Objective 2. But their attacks do little against the armoured hull of the speeder. The other speeder moves out of cover and targets the minions with its reliable heavy flamers. However, it turns out they weren't so reliable after all, as they both miss on double ones for hit rolls. The minions move into position to shoot. They split fire so their long-range rifles target the Veteran Battle Brothers, while the rending drum rifles target the nearby speeder. Both targets take a wound each. The speeder takes a morale test and passes. The Veteran Battle Brothers move over the extraction pipe and fire upon the Attack Walker. Both fusion rifles hit, and the superheated beams melt the walker where it stands. The attack vehicle drives toward the center, shooting multiple targets on its way. However, the heavy machine gun fails to wound the Veteran Assault Brothers, and likewise the mining laser glances off the attack speeder. The lone Pathfinder moves in front of the Support Brothers in a brave move to protect them from the enemy support battery ahead. His sacrifice results him getting shot down by the heavy machine gun. The laser cannons target the central attack speeder. Where it failed abysmally with its attack rolls, the speeder makes up for it with its defense roll as it manages to fend off yet another AP4 attack with a roll of 6. Meanwhile, the other speeder moves up between Objectives 2 and 3 and fires upon the acolytes, killing off the last grunt, leaving the leader shaken. The leader of the Neophytes activates and becomes unshaken. The Cult Magus attempts to cast Brain Burst upon the Veteran Assault Brothers, but the spellcasting fails. At the end of the round, both sides retain their control over the objectives they previously captured. The duo of Veteran Battle Brothers move forward to get a bead on the attack vehicle. Both shots from the fusion rifles hit, but the cover of the refinery tower saves the vehicle from destruction. Nonetheless, it takes 3 wounds, and after failing its morale test, it becomes shaken. The minions manning the support weapons fire their guns. The heavy machine gun unloads a barrage upon the veteran Battle Brothers, but the rounds fail to penetrate their armor. The laser cannons fare better, as they finally shoot down the attack speeder on the right. The veteran Master Brother leads his squad up to charge the minions in order to take Objective 1. With a show of legendary swordplay, the rabble of underpaid labourers is mercilessly eliminated. In the centre, the neophyte leader desperately tries to relent the support brothers, spraying them with Uzi bullets. However, the attempt proves to be futile, as the bullets ineffectively bounce off the power armour. The remaining attack speeder returns over Objective 2, blocking it from the Acolyte leader. It fires its heavy flamers and causes 2 wounds on the cult gangster. The cult Magus approaches the veteran Assault Brothers alone. Her lips move violently as she chants an ancient curse inaudibly, and before the Master Brother realizes, 2 of his bodyguards fall on the ground without so much as a scream. They had fallen victim to the Brainburst spell. The Magus wastes no time slipping close into the last bodyguard's blind spot, and her knife digs deep in the opening between the plates of his armour. The venom-infused blade seeps in and the last veteran Assault Brother becomes limp. As the veteran Master attempts to avenge his bodyguards, the Magus pushes her victim towards him, knocking them both to the ground. Utterly defeated, the veteran Master Brother succumbs to fear and flees. He had failed his morale test even with the fearless reroll. The cult Magus consolidates to claim control over Objective 1. The support brothers finish off the neophyte leaders by an execution of fire. Both the attack vehicle and the Acolyte leader spend their activation to become unshaken. At the end of the round, the objective control remains unchanged since the end of the first round. The veteran Battle Brothers move forward and they finish off the attack vehicle with their fusion rifles. The support minions focus all their fire on the support brothers. The heavy machine guns spray bolt rounds that scatter ineffectively at the surroundings, while both laser cannons hit. Fortunately for the brothers, they make one of the defense saves on a 6. The attack speeder defending Objective 2 finishes off the Acolyte leader with its heavy flamers. With both sides solidifying their claim over an objective each, the contest is down to Objective 3. The cult Magus has one opportunity to stop the support brothers capturing it, by removing at least another model and forcing a morale test. The Magus moves into position and repeats a chant to cast Brainburst. However, the spellcasting fails and the support brothers continue over Objective 3. With that, the Battle Brothers emerge victorious with a final score of 2-1. What a bloodbath from the beginning till the end! I immediately felt the pressure when the speeder took damage from a mining laser of an attack vehicle, and knowing there's a second one to come. The Assault Brothers had to target the smaller unit of Acolytes, which felt like a waste, and predictably they were whittled down. The veteran Assault Brothers who ambushed the next round failed to take out the larger Acolyte unit, and that proved to be their less predictable downfall. Honestly, when they cleared the minions, I thought I had the objective in the bag, and did not expect to be routed by a single cult leader. That totally changed things and made the game extremely close at the end. It's also worth mentioning how my opponent's units failed almost all their morale tests. Even with their lower quality units, I think I have gotten away lucky. Anyway, another fun game played.